I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their horns, falling on deaf ears of corn, lined up behind me like a big parade of late to work, road rage jerks, shouting obscene words, flipping me the bird. Well, you may be on a state paved road, but that blacktop runs through my payload. Excuse me for trying to do my job, but this year ain't been no bumper crop. If you don't like the way I'm a-driving, get back on the interstate. Otherwise, sit tight and be nice, and quit your honking at me that way. 'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey, that's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. Well, I know you got your own deadlines, but cussing at me won't save you no time, hoss. This big-wheeled wide load ain't going any faster, so just smile and wave and tip your hat to the man up on the tractor. 'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey, that's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester.
And we're very satisfied with the performance of the machine. It's done everything we've asked it to do so far.
Oh, the comfort in the ride is just absolutely the greatest on this 255s.
I found out the corn is popped out quicker.
If you don't even have to know anything about a sprayer, and you know, in a half an hour you can be out running it. It's that simple to use.
Welcome to Hoober's Open House. I'm Chuck Hoober, General Manager here at Hoober's. The products from Case IH are better than they've ever been. Anywhere from the Magnums to the combines, to the planters and to the sprayers, reliability and quality has been fantastic.
When it comes to proven performance, power and reliability, Case IH continues to be a leader in farm equipment. For Eastern farmers, Case IH delivers everything from combines and tractors to planters and sprayers for maximum productivity and reduced downtime. And more farmers are using precision farming technology to get even more out of their fields.
I have the full range that you can think about as far as age groups using this stuff. I have fellows all the way from their mid-20s all the way to their late 60s that are using some sort of autopilot, steering, sprayer controls, something of the sort.
You know, it's the future of what we do, no question about that. You know, it's you know, those progressive operations that employ the newest technology available, you know, at some point are going to come to the forefront, because you know, you have to, you know, it's economic, and it has, you know, you've got to maximize your return on every dollar. And you know, what I'm finding is that the technology is going to actually help us, you know, just helps us do a better job. and then in turn that, equates into lower dollars cost per acre typically.
It's just a common misconception that the guidance systems or steering in itself, precision farming as a whole, is just for Midwest farms. It actually makes more sense for us in our territory because we have a faster payback on all of this precision farming componentry than what they do in the Midwest. In the Midwest, their fields are basically square. They don't know what a point row is. So for us in here, we're making 5 times the amount of turns in a field as what they're making out there. So every time we make a turn in a field is where precision farming comes into play.
Hoober is proud to have introduced Case IH axial flow combines to Eastern farmers 30 years ago. Since then, Case has made improvements based on feedback from farmers. Today, Case IH axial flow combines remain the leader in productivity and performance.
I say we had a 2388 before, and we wanted something with a little more capacity, a little more power, and we felt that going to 7010 would give us that. And by gosh, we've been very impressed with the capacity of the machine, the power of the machine.
When we were picking corn, it was pretty amazing how fast we could pick 12 rows going 5 miles an hour.
That we actually find them very reliable. Last year we didn't have any major breakdowns, a few little things here and there where we were stopped, but very seldom where we stopped.
The grain quality, as far as the small grains, it was very good, superior. The place I'm seeing the best differences is in my soybeans and my corn. This machine has got the round concaves in it, and I feel it takes less power to get the crop out of it, and the damage is absolutely none.
The grain sample is always good in wheat, corn, and beans. We're happy with the performance. We had an excellent wheat crop, and we ran the 35-foot platforms, and they seem to have a lot of capacity as far as cutting 90 to 100 bushel wheat with a 35-foot platform. We found that's a tremendous amount of stuff going through the machine, and it seemed to handle it and grind the straw up really well. Better for double crop beans. We don't bale, so having that straw ground up is essential for us to be able to work the hours we want to work.
And the cab comfort it's very nice. It's very operator friendly. We feel that this time that the engineers actually got in one and drove it themselves. It's very operator friendly. And there again, we feel that the maintenance on the machine, that they've done their homework and they've done a lot of little things that makes it easier to maintain the machine and keep the machine in operation.
Case IH tractors are known for their outstanding reliability and rugged dependability, but there are many more benefits for farmers who count on Case IH tractors.
I really like the tractor. I like the way it handles, the ride it gives, and the power. It's a good one.
Oh, it's a great tractor. It's got a lot of power. The shifting is remarkable.
Well, they've been extremely reliable. We run them a lot of hours every year. We run between 600 and 700 hours a year per machine, per tractor. So reliability is very essential for us because we're trying to, like everybody else, working a lot of hours and putting in a lot of time, and we don't have time for downtime. Hoover's has some real good guys that come work on them when they do break down, but all in all, they've been extremely reliable over the last several years.
That's why I bought the Case, because it's a good, reliable tractor. They got good mechanics here that if everything goes wrong, I mean, very seldom I have anything go wrong. It's got the power. It's just reliable, all-around tractor.
Adding auto guidance technology is making today's tractors even more farmer-friendly.
Auto guidance does a lot of things for you. Enhanced productivity because you can spend more hours in the cab, less fatigue. Along with that, if we're all getting bigger and bigger with less and less people, which means that we're expecting the people that we put in this machinery to spend more and more hours in the tractor cab. So any way we can eliminate some fatigue factor is just a safety concern.
When we started with the auto steer, Ken Diller set me up with it, and he spent the first day with me. And I think I've said this before that I haven't seen him the rest of the year. We talked on the phone a couple times, but we had no problems. And if I did have a little issue, he straightened it out with me over the phone. But it was very reliable. It worked.
You might think you can get a straight row, but it won't be as straight as the easy steering. As far as the end of the day, You can go out there, you can plant at night if you want. If you want to finish up a field, there's no problem. Just keep on planting.
Accurate population and precision in-road seed placement are essential to maximizing yield potential. Case IH 1200 planters deliver the fast, uniform seed spacing farmers need, along with superior depth control and excellent seed-to-soil contact.
My planter has actually surpassed my expectations as far as corn coming out of the ground, and the spacing has been superb.
It's just a good planter. It's really not a lot of maintenance. It's ready to run.
Overall speed and versatility and convenience. The computer's right in the cab, and you can just fold it out and do everything right inside the cab.
I basically plant 5 miles an hour, but I have tried it faster, and I noted it where I did it, and I found no difference to it. So I think you can basically operate it at whatever speed you want to and still get the uniformity with it. So.
This planter's definitely a lot faster. Like I said, it's a 12-row. We used to have a 6-row white, and we can just about plant 100 acres a day with this planter.
As increased costs move producers to demand greater accuracy in their planting operations, Hoober and Case IH can provide growers with variable rate seeding capabilities.
As far as planters are concerned, we're seeing more and more planters going to variable rate because by going to variable rate, we're first of all utilizing our seed and our fertilizer in better ways. So as we go to variable rate, we need that precision farming aspect to be able to implement variable rate. The new Case IH planters that are available now are variable rate ready, and most of your other companies that are producing planters are making them variable rate capable. So variable rate is something that you're going to be seeing more and more of in the coming years.
Case IH Patriot sprayers offer speed, comfort, and productivity while at the same time saving chemicals. And with more and more farmers making the decision to do their own spraying, it's not surprising that they're relying on Patriot sprayers.
It's probably the most maneuverable sprayer I've ever driven. We've had the opportunity to also use a John Deere sprayer, 7410. You know, take nothing away from other brands. It was a decent sprayer, but in terms of ease of use, maneuverability, power, just about across the board, the 3320 is by far the superior sprayer, no question.
Well, the sprayer itself has been one of the best sprayers we've ever had.
We had 1254s before, which is made by AgChem or Rogator, and the cab was loud and the ride wasn't nearly as smooth as what the Case is. I find that with a smoother ride, it gives me a lot better performance out of my booms, as well as obviously as an operator, it makes it easier on me.
And when it comes to precision farming, the benefits for sprayers are easily identified.
One of the things when we're looking at purchasing a new sprayer, you know, the Insight control was mentioned by both Dave Warry and Jamie Joseph, and Jamie and I are pretty good friends, and you know, he said, look, he said, that's the ticket to that sprayer. Having that control just makes that sprayer almost run itself. And he wasn't, you know, and sometimes people have a tendency to, you know, say, well, that, you know, it does everything, but he's honest, it's true. It's couple that with easy steer, and it's a completely hands-free spraying machine.
Your fastest payback on any of this precision farming componentry you're going to find on the sprayer, because first of all, you're going to be able to apply the amount of skip or overlap that you're eliminating. You're going to be able to apply that to fertilizer costs, fuel costs, hours that you're paying the operator to actually spend in that sprayer, and third of all, the actual amount of coverage that you're getting on the field.
The direct command feature of the Insight, you know, I've run before this, I still own a 50-foot sprayer that we used, and the problem with that is spraying point rows, there was an awful lot of chemical overlap when you're coming out on your turn rows, and with the direct command, when your boom sections are over that, they automatically shut themselves off. And you know, I can see where, you know, in short order with the, you know, with the kind of chemicals we spray and the cost of them for vegetables, you know, you can save $10,000 in a hurry. And you know, the cost of that equipment, I mean, there's no question in a full year I can pay for that Insight and control in 1 year. There's no doubt about that.
Case IH continues to offer innovative and productive farm equipment, and Hoober continues our commitment to deliver the products, the service, technology, and support to help our customers get the most from their farm machinery.
The difference that you have to offer is the service level you provide. There's no question that Hoober's service level is above and beyond anything else I've ever experienced.
Hard-working combine driver.